Monday, June 17th at around 11:12 p.m. That night we responded to the intersection of Henry Landry and West Metairie in reference to finding a Hispanic male by the name of Isaiah Calvilazzo, who was 22 years of age, dying of apparent gunshot wounds in his vehicle at that location. We arrived at that location investigating the murder scene. We're able to find out some certain information that has obviously kind of led this all together. I'm going to give you all through a timeline and kind of the walkthrough of what happened. Look, let's remember that we have 3 victims in Jefferson Parish, and we also have a 4th victim that we know about in New Orleans, all from the same suspect that had kind of gone on a killing spree over the last couple of weeks. We have some information that we've been able to lead to, but really phenomenal work by this department in Jefferson Parish. I can't speak of any better of them. You know, this agency by far, I believe, is one of the top agencies not only in Louisiana but in the country because of the tools that we get from the parish. Our digital forensic units, our crime lab was really able to put this together within a very, very quick time to prevent a lot of more tragedy that very well could have occurred in this case. This was a subject that went around and was shooting indiscriminately. We're talking about random victims. We've not been able to identify any connection between the victims and the suspect itself. Believe that he was actually picking his targets at random, shooting them in the vehicle. It led off with a crime spree back in June 6th. There was a New Orleans murder in which a 70 to 77-year-old male in New Orleans East was shot and killed. They had information. They had ballistics on the scene. They were able to find casings, and they had it linked back to a tan SUV, but that's about all the information they had. No motive of why that person was killed. That ballistic information was put in the IBIS system back on the June 6th shooting. They also have another incident that happened on June 5th in which gunshots were fired. Don't believe anybody was hit in that case, but they also found ballistics that matched that June 6th shooting. Our case started again on June 17th on our first case at Henry Landry. We found several casings on the scene. We also found a cell phone across the street from where the location of the victim was. Believing it was involved, obviously, in the crime, but not knowing, brought that back to our detective bureau and to our digital forensic unit on that Tuesday morning. Authored a search warrant in order to try to get information, owner information off of that, and that led us to a suspect by the name of Sean Barrett, who has been ultimately identified as our suspect in this case. We had to do information in order to try to get the owner of that person and see if he was linked with this murder. While we're doing that investigation, the second murder comes out on West Metairie at 4 o'clock that afternoon. We arrive on that scene. We have witness accounts that it also involves a tan SUV. We had already matched the ballistics from the first murder on Henry Landry to the ballistics on the New Orleans case. So we knew those two were related. We knew the tan SUV was related. So started doing some research on where Sean would possibly located. While y'all were out there and while we were out there on the original scene, we had actually sent undercover detectives over to Sean Barrett's house, which that vehicle was not there, located at that time, but trying to get information of whether he may be involved with all of them or just happened to have his phone on that scene. Tan SUV showed up at that location, obviously matching the description of what we had. So while we were giving the interview, our SWAT team was mobilizing for that location in order to get search warrants. We were able to get the license plate from that vehicle and able to determine through our ALPR cameras that the ALPR camera coming down West Metairie just about a minute before that murder scene happened, the victim's vehicle from yesterday afternoon shooting and the suspect's vehicle was actually at the same location at the same time coming through that ALPR camera. Applied for a search warrant for the location at that house, mobilized our SWAT team. Tremendous investigation on scene. We had 2 victims deceased yesterday at West Metairie. One of them had a projectile bullet that was protruding as an exit wound, but it was actually protruding from the skin as it entered and exited the body. Our coroner, Jerry Satanovich, arrived on the scene, and we were able to actually remove that projectile on the scene before a full autopsy was actually done. Put that in our hands of our detectives who ran it over to our crime analyst here at our crime lab, and we're able to match the ballistics from yesterday's afternoon shooting with both of the prior shootings in New Orleans and the other one from West Metairie on earlier. We were able to execute, the SWAT team pulled up on our scene. Both him, the suspect, Sean Beret, and his father were located inside. Both came out peacefully without incident from there. Sean Beret has not cooperated with us, but he was put into custody and actually brought to our detective bureau, where he has refused to cooperate with us. We executed a search warrant at that location and were able to determine that we found the murder weapon. Murder weapon has been recovered. Those has been testified by our crime lab already, and obviously those ballistics continue to match what we have in place.